right, and welcome to Flamecast. This is Todd Bletz.
This is Travis Buckmeyer.
Yep, just the two of us this time. And we're a little overdue for one Flamecast, that is, because...
I know Todd thinks we're overdue, but Todd has a small concept of this time relative differential here, so I'm just saying he calls every 2 weeks.
Hey, one of these times it has to work, because, after getting on people for like a month and a half, one of these times it works. Yeah, I went and recorded a whole podcast that was just by myself. And
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I recorded it, and I was so disappointed with it. Like, right after I recorded it, I went and delete. I'm like,
wow.
Well, there was like 45 minutes of my life down the drain.
That's unfortunate, actually, because I would have thought that maybe at least you had 10 minutes of good stuff out of that.
No, not really.
All right, well.
Yeah, I didn't like the way it was going, but yeah. Most of it was talking about the recently deceased. So
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I should say I went and recorded one, kind of doing a Prince tribute, but yeah, that was the one I didn't care for, but I mean, there is some relevance to Flaming Death Productions, actually, because some of the people that have worked on our stuff wouldn't have been involved if it wasn't for, the connections just made from Prince and his music.
Well, see, that's the amazing part of this world. You have strange things like that happen, and, everybody knows that you've been a Prince fan for many, 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 many years.
Yeah. 84.
I often tell the story of you having his collection of CDs before you had a CD player.
That's right. And I'm surprised you remember that.
Oh, that one's hard to forget, Todd.
Well, yeah, I started out in records and... well, actually, I started out on cassette tapes because cassette tapes were the thing to get back then.
Mm-hmm, yes.
And then it was like, oh, the record art was kind of interesting. So maybe I'll get all these singles too. Well, then I found out that the B-sides of the singles had songs that weren't on the album, so I had to get the singles then.
Of course.
And then 12-inch singles had even longer versions of those songs that I didn't have, so I had to have those too.
Just jump right into that trap, Todd. Just don't look, just jump right into it.
Yep, that's right. But yeah, our logo was actually designed by a person by the name of Charlotte. Actually, she's still on our website? She wasn't the one that modeled the Flaming Death t-shirt for us. And yeah, we had Chris and Darren, who starred in Connect More. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just, you got your connections there. But,
is this part where I should start singing It's a Small World After All? Because I can do that for you.
You can try to sing.
Yep, no, I'm not going to do
But then we might lose the crowd, so...
no, we have a nice, strong crowd that loves me, so...
Yeah. All 10 people.
Just saying.
Yeah.
It's more than 0.
So, yeah, I had intended to talk more on that, but, it's been over a month now, so it's kind of like, we just carry on.
Yep, and but the plus side is his albums are selling well.
Yes, they are.
That.
So, and yeah, we'll see what happens with all the stuff in the vault, because there's albums and albums worth of stuff in there that just could release one a year for the rest of our lives, and probably for anyone else's life that's still alive right now. But
yeah, it would be interesting to see how that all plays out. But if they find some decent songs in there that they can put into an album, why not? It's at the point now where if he's got some good music, get it out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good music out there because I have some of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, stuff that shouldn't be out, but has been. So
Really?
yeah.
So, are people going to be calling you here shortly there, Todd?
I mean, you go on YouTube and you can find a bunch of it right now.
Right.
Just because, Prince isn't out there policing his music anymore, so there you go.
Yep. I do like some of the stories that came out, like they were talking about was it the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
And Jimmy Fallon was talking about the fact that, he called them out to come up there and, do a song because everybody else had been doing them, and boom, he gets out there and does it. And then they actually released, I don't know if you saw it, somebody had recorded the video of it happening, and that ended up getting out there on YouTube as well.
Yeah, I saw that. That was on Saturday Night Live, the Saturday right after he died. So.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there's been funny stuff coming out too. Like, did you hear the one where he was talking about playing ping pong with him?
Yes, that was. What was his name? The comedian he's on Comedy Central.
Ooh. Well, this is Fallon that was talking about
Fallon.
it. Jimmy Fallon.
Yes. Fallon had to go and meet up with him because Prince kept challenging him.
Yeah.
He shows up.
Yeah, he shows up and they play, and Prince wins the last volley, and Jimmy Fallon goes and gets the ball behind him and turns around, and Prince is gone, just like Batman. Looking all over for him, he's just gone. I thought that was hilarious.
The other one, I'm trying to think of the comedian who was on. Used to have his own show on Comedy Central. But he was talking. He had done a spoof a few years back of going to Prince's house and getting challenged to basketball.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
And apparently, there have been other people come out and confirm that story, that he wasn't just making it up; that he actually did this.
Yeah.
And again, it's apparently Prince had his own funny way of messing with people.
Yeah, it really seems like it. So, one thing that I had read shortly after, just as kind of a last thought, is this quote that you probably saw it too, but we don't mourn artists we've never met because we knew them, we mourn them because they helped us know ourselves.
That's a good quote.
Which is pretty true in this case.
Yep.
Well, it's been a really exciting past month for movies, so yeah, let's jump into some movie news here.
All right.
I mean, it kind of started with Captain America Civil War.
Yes, another enjoyable movie.
So you have seen that one.
Why, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
It's... People were talking it up so much that I think I was expecting more. Because after seeing it, I'm like, yeah, it was good, but as far as being the best Marvel movie so far, like people have been saying, I'm like, yeah, that might be a stretch.
Yeah, I think my challenge with is to me my most favorite one is the Winter Soldier. I think the Captain America Winter Soldier movie, just because it had a twist to it that you didn't quite see coming, and you set the bar with that one. Civil War, while I think it was a great movie, I don't think that the twist was as surprising as one would think it would be. And, it just didn't have the same kind of, shock and awe.
Yeah.
Well, it was cool and it was good and I enjoyed it. It really didn't have that shock and awe.
And yeah, there was, I guess the most surprising aspect was, Bucky killed the Starks.
Yep.
And, I mean, I guess I didn't see that coming at first, But I mean, when they were getting to that point in the movie where they were kind of revealing it, it's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But it wasn't. It wasn't so surprising, I guess, as it could have been. I don't know. I mean, still a good movie and such.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Giant Man. That was funny. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Vision getting put through the ground. That amused me. There, little things like that. Then you have I think the most underrated comedian of the group is Hawkeye. Between this and some of his little lines from the Age of Ultron, Jeremy Renner gets some good comedic chops going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like he's embracing his status as the Aquaman of the Marvel Universe.
Exactly.
That's the way I see him, anyways.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
However, if Maureen is listening to this podcast at all, she is a big Jeremy Renner fan, so
okay.
We got to put in a good word for her.
Well, hopefully, if she's a big fan, she's gone and seen his movie then.
I would hope so. And if she hasn't, shame on you. Have to do the walk of shame.
Shame.
And then on the other side, I got to say one thing first.
Okay.
The reason for them fighting in Civil War was much more believable than it was for Batman and Superman.
Yeah, I think.
And the reason for stopping the fighting was even more believable in Civil War, because I can't remember if we talked about it last time, but it was like, my mother's name is Martha, your mother's name is Martha, let's be super friends.
Yay!
I'm like, what a corny way to end a fight there.
Yeah. We just can let that go.
Yeah. I mean, but I still have to say the best thing about that movie was Affleck as Batman.
Yeah, and when they first cast it and everybody was going berserk on it, and in the end, he hit a home run with his part of it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think I might have said it before, but I think he's my favorite Batman. Even better than Bale.
Wow.
So.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
I don't like that they chose Jeremy. Or, not Jeremy. Is it Jeremy? Jeremy Irons?
Mm-hmm. Oh, as Alfred?
As Alfred.
Yeah.
He's not old enough. It's like, my God, the guy would have been like 20 years old when he started taking care of Bruce then. Because where's the age difference? You gotta have like at least 40 years, I would think.
Well, yeah. I don't know. English, they start earlier. I'll go with that.
Anyways, going back over to Marvel. So, over the weekend, I've gone twice now to X-Men Apocalypse.
You've gone twice?
Yes, I have.
Did you like it that much?
Actually, I did. I was pleasantly surprised.
Well,
I was expecting it to be...
Yeah,
I was expecting it to be, not as good as, at least Civil War. Everyone's saying, Civil War is better than Apocalypse. And it's like, you're comparing kind of two different things there, but...
I've had a couple of different friends comment on different things on it, and there are some people who are disappointed with the way that Jean Grey was portrayed and revealed and whatnot. And I'm trying not to give away too many spoilers on that stuff, but I saw it and I was at the end of it, and I was actually very much into it and enjoyed it. I thought they did a great job with it. Definitely much better than I was expecting, and that might be the difference too. Is that going into it, my expectations weren't that high, and I say it this way, but I blame it on the previews, because if I go back, I can still pull up a preview for the previous one, Days of Future Past, and I watched that preview, and that preview to me is still very gripping.
Okay.
And maybe it's the Patrick Stewart part of it. I don't know, but to me, I thought the preview was very gripping going into that movie, and they hit a home run with it. Turn around with this one, the preview was meh, kind of there, but the actual movie was pretty well done.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. And the trailer was interesting, but did it really grip you like, the Suicide Squad trailer?
Well, no, that one, and that's another one. The more recent trailers, they've changed a few things in the trailer, and I don't know if you've noticed or not, but like the most recent variation of it really does look pretty good.
Yes.
I know they went back and did some reshoots, and I'm not sure if that's part of it, but I'm thinking that has some potential as well.
Yeah, I'm still worried about what's his name as the Joker.
Leto.
Yeah.
I was too until the one little write-up on there talked about how he would mess with his co-stars on set. Different things he would do. And to me, I'm like, if he's that much into the character, it's going to be kind of like Heath Ledger. He got into the character, really brought his element to it, and, hopefully he knocks it out of the park.
Yeah. I still don't like Joker with a grill, though. Oh, my God. I still have a problem with that.
I know, but if he bites somebody with it, it'll amuse me, and I'm okay then.
So, yeah, I would totally give Apocalypse a thumbs up.
Yes. That's two thumbs up for Apocalypse.
Yes. And 2 thumbs up for Civil War.
Yes.
Yeah, it's much easier doing a thumbs up or thumbs down on these things instead of rating like out of 5 or 10 stars.
That's why Siskel and Ebert did it that way for so long.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just maddening. But yeah, I don't know if you've listened to. Oh gosh, it's been a while back now, but I mean, Kevin Smith has so many podcasts, but he's got his Fat Man on Batman podcast, and only like a quarter of the time now, well, maybe not even a quarter, does he talk about Batman on Fat Man on Batman anymore, because it's wide open, like all comic book stuff now, or basically what we're doing,
right?
They get into the movie stuff and the TV stuff, but. Yeah, they were talking about Rogue One after the trailer released. And I don't think we've talked about it yet. Maybe we briefly talked about it.
Maybe briefly, but we can certainly talk about it now if you'd like.
Yeah, but they were discussing it, and Mark Bernardin, who is his partner, Kevin's partner on that podcast, as soon as he was saying that, they had mentioned at the end of the trailer, you've got the main character in a TIE Fighter pilot outfit.
It's not necessarily a TIE Fighter pilot outfit. There's a lot of difference in there.
Okay.
So,
you would know.
Yes, I would.
Let me say my piece first, though. But
all right, go ahead.
As soon as he said, "What if?" I'm like, I know where he's fucking going with this.
Where's he going, Todd? Where's he going?
This character is going to be the person who flew the TIE Fighter next to Darth Vader that when they went, "Look out!" and crashed into Vader's TIE Fighter, sending him off course. That is this character. So she saves Luke and then dies at the end.
I will disagree with you on that.
Ooh, okay. Okay, well, let's get back to you, the uniform then.
Okay.
If this is not a TIE Fighter pilot uniform, what is it?
I'm probably have to actually find an image of it now. But if you look at it closely, there's the front chest plate doesn't have the air system with the hoses that would hook up to a helmet.
Okay. Maybe she just hasn't gotten that far yet.
So then we look at that, and here's the image, and I'm going to zoom it in. So when you zoom in on this image, the whole front chest plate is actually designed differently. It's not even the same build or mold as the TIE fighter pilots. But then you look at actually the back of it. She has two. She has what appears to be two stun batons, perhaps. Something there in the back of it. So to me, that is more of something like a commando or some type of melee outfit.
Okay. I can maybe see that.
So yeah, there's definitely a subtle difference in what they've got going on there. Now, that's not to say there could be a helmet that goes with it. It maybe is some type of like Space Marine or something like that. That is definitely a possibility.
Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, we'll have to wait and see in, 6, 7 months.
Yep. Soon.
Oh, not soon enough. It's going to be like the movie of the winter, man.
Well, if it's half as good as what the trailer looked like, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
You know, episode 7 obviously hit a home run on there. I'm thinking this one could easily do, $1.3 billion, $1.4 billion.
It'll be interesting though, because
good. If it's what?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But you don't have as many characters that you're familiar with in this one, so that might set it back. That we've seen before.
That we've seen. There is one of them that is very familiar that will be in there that has not been revealed yet. He's a very bad man.
You've got inside info on this, don't you?
I'm not saying I have anything. Now, unfortunately,
that sounds like a denial.
Unfortunately, there was a one of those books they put together for the movies that shows all the various things. Apparently, there was a leak at the printer that was putting it together, and some stuff got out. And there is a very bad man that will make an appearance. And with some other stuff, so.
Of course, some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I recall that story. However, I did not look because I do not want to be spoiled on this. So
yeah, I just
kind of the same thing with The Force Awakens. I did not read any spoilers. I'm like, just keep them away. I'll watch it like we normally watch movies back when.
Back in the old day.
Yeah. So, gosh, what else do we have coming up? We've got this whole summer's going to be filled with like movies that you really need to see.
Like next week is the high quality Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, so you have that you could go see.
That was not on my list.
You still have your free pass?
Technically, yes.
Okay, why don't you go watch it and tell us how it is so we can decide if we should.
Okay, I'll do that if you go see Ghostbusters.
I will actually go see Ghostbusters. If nothing else, to see what's her name have her head spin around. I mean, that alone would amuse me. So.
Okay, I want proof. Because I'm not going to go see this one and then be like, oh, Todd, I was just kidding.
Don't worry, Todd. I'll go see Ghostbusters for you. So we got those. What else we got coming up?
Let's see. Warcraft comes out in, a couple weeks?
Yeah, that's like the 10th. I'm really not sure what to think about that one. It's... Yeah, I mean, if it was out in the red box, I'd get it for sure, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it looks... Well, it looks pretty interesting. However, talking to other people, they're just like, no. So I'm like, all right. So if I do go to that, I might be going by myself.
Yeah, that's understandable. I'm not even asking me if I decide to go to it. I'm just going to go one night, like on a Wednesday, and just see if I can sit through it.
Yeah.
Then we have Independence Day.
Oh yes,
second one that's coming up.
Gosh, when was that? I don't have it on my calendar.
I want to say that is June 24th, maybe.
24th. That might be. Yeah, they released a newer trailer just not too long ago here.
Yeah, if you actually for the movie the other night for
Yeah.
X-Men, they had the new trailer on it, and
Yep.
I mean it looked decent enough. I mean, it's going to be a big explodey action thing.
Yep. Another big, like, larger than life type event on the screen.
Yep. Exactly.
But you see some of the returning characters. Brent Spiner,
Yep.
one of them.
I was sure he was dead, so I'm really happy to see that he managed to pull through that whole
Yeah.
neck snapping thing. Out the door.
Yeah. I'd like to have an explanation on why he's still alive.
I'm sure we'll get something.
Yeah. And then what's his name is the old president. I'm drawing a blank now, but you all know him as the main character in Spaceballs as well. I'm just totally drawing a blank, and I'm too lazy to go and look up his name. So.
Yeah, that's fine. We all know who it is.
It'll come back to me like 5 minutes after ending the podcast here.
Yeah. So, after that, then we've got Ghostbusters is July 15th. Star Trek Beyond is July 22nd.
Yeah, July is going to be a busy month because, we've got Star Trek Beyond on the 22nd. We have...
Jason Bourne the 29th.
Ooh, Jason Bourne on the 29th.
Yep.
I really have to go see those movies yet. I have not seen one of them, and I really should.
What?
Yeah,
Dude,
I know.
Dude, I'm ashamed.
I have to write this down. I will write it down.
I'm writing down your name right here on this list.
Bourne movies. Okay, it's on my list of things to do.
All right.
But that same weekend, I of course have to go see Yoga Hosers.
Okay, true.
And then the week after that, we've got Suicide Squad.
Yes, that's August 5th.
And August is looking a little bare.
Yeah, after that it gets a little light.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I could have sworn it must be on my other calendar. But Star Wars should be the 16th of December, I believe, or something like that.
That is correct.
Of course, it'll probably be actually out on the 15th.
Why, yes, it will be. And some of us will be there.
Yeah. And this time I hope to go, like, as an actual Jedi, I hope.
All right. Hope you can pull that off.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Well, I was going to last time, and then it was like, well, we're going to eat first. Going out to eat and all that, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with people at a restaurant. And
Who's this we? Who forced you to do this, Todd?
Well, no one's forcing anyone to do anything.
There you go.
But...
All right. But, we did skip over, so a couple other movies before Star Wars. And one of them is the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is a Harry Potter spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
That's in November 18th.
What was it? There was...
And then before that is Doctor Strange, November 4th.
Ooh, yes, Doctor Strange. That's... I don't have that on my calendar either. Damn it!
All right, so Todd's falling apart, everybody. Just want to let you know that.
Damn it, Jim!
If you're expecting Todd to be somewhere that you're going to be in the next 6 months, I'd be worried.
Doctor Strange movie. Great event. It's
November
there.
4th. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, there was something coming out next weekend. Shoot, what was it? I know Chris and Tina wanted to take Emma to it, so it was a kids' movie.
Okay, so there's Alice Through the Looking Glass this weekend. Next weekend is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No.
And then that's all that's on this list. There's a couple other ones that I don't think they would go see. The movie called Popstar.
No.
But maybe they will. The next weekend is The Conjuring 2. Maybe they want to go see that.
Yeah, they're going to take Emma to that.
In a couple weeks is Finding Dory.
Ooh, that was it. Okay. So
It's
that
not till 17th.
the 17th.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, now that I think about it, Tina was unsure of the date, so
All right. So, Tina, if you're listening, and I hope you are, it'll be Friday, June 17th for Finding Dory.
movie finding, putting it on my calendar.
And if significant others or friends who go with you don't really want to see Finding Dory, you have the option of seeing Central Intelligence, which who knows how that may turn out.
Yeah. That one I can't say anything for.
Yeah,
I don't
again,
think I've
Redbox.
seen anything on that.
It's the Rock with I can't think of the other little comedian guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I have seen trailers on it. It actually looks kind of funny.
It has some potential.
Yep, it has potential.
But I'm not sure if it's going to be better than Finding Dory.
Right. Well, you're going up against a Pixar movie, and
Just saying.
Pixar always wins.
It's a tough crowd.
Yeah. So yeah, we're in the midst of summer movies, and it's going good. So.
Yes, it is.
All our TV shows have ended for the season, I believe.
Except for the important one.
Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen last night's yet, so
It wasn't as powerful as last week's.
okay.
So whenever I go someplace, I always ask somebody to hold the door for me.
Yeah, I saw those pictures online of people taping a little head of Hodor on the hold door button on elevators. And I'm like, oh man, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, we know where his name comes from now.
Yep.
However, it comes at the end of his life. Spoilers.
Just saying. See, you guys say
However,
spoilers before that.
you don't really see him die.
Why, no.
So, who knows? Maybe he'll come back as the animated undead.
Exactly.
Yeah, wouldn't that be scary?
Kind of freak me out.
An undead guy coming after you, Hodor. Hodor.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't still be saying it, but, as long as it scares you, that's all that matters.
Well, speaking of the undead, we did have The Walking Dead come to a season close since we talked last time.
Yep. And
with the introduction of Negan.
Yep.
And I didn't realize this until, I think it was The Talking Dead afterwards, where they're like, oh, we loved you in The Watchmen. I'm like, oh my god,
Yes.
it's the comedian!
Uh-huh. Yep.
And then, oh geez, what was it? There was some other show that is currently on TV right now where he made a guest appearance. I'm like, oh, he's there too. I'm starting to see him everywhere now.
You're just getting delusional.
No.
We could fix that up with a good baseball bat to the head.
Yeah. So, yeah. The thing is, okay, who ends up dying?
Yep.
I mean, if it follows the comic books, you gotta know who it is. And I don't really see them deviating from that this time. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep with what they've already implemented in the comic story.
My thing for something like that is they should have just shown it. Because you're going to have two steps to that point. Number one, you show it, so when you get return, they can do their little time skip like they always do, where it's, a couple months or whatever, and people have had, time from now until the show restarts to get, they're grieving out of their system as to who died. But now you have some people who are just frustrated and annoyed that it's a ploy just to make you come back and watch it, whereas,
Well, that's the nature of cliffhangers. I mean,
but it wasn't even a real good one.
I think that's debatable.
Well, the problem I have is that they spent the entire season letting you know that was coming.
Yeah,
The entire season let it's coming. It's coming. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to have it. You'll be dramatic, and then it's, I'm going to cut out right here.
Yeah. Well, I still think it's going to be who we think it's supposed to be. So,
Yep.
if they don't do it, I think I'll be disappointed. Actually,
I hate to tell you, but
be disappointed. Disappointed.
someone's gonna get their head bashed. Oh my!
Yeah. Yep. I like the way they did. They ended the show from that person's point of view, though.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, you're starting to like rock back and forth, like, ooh, you're not balanced anymore, and then everything goes black, and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we also had what season endings of, well, in one case, a series ending. Because it seems like Agent Carter is not coming back.
Most likely not. And unfortunately, I didn't even get to watch most of the season, so I'm not sure if the season was better or not. But
yeah, I haven't watched any of it. And I still haven't watched any of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. either.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I enjoyed.
I'm just way too engrossed in the DC TV universe. So.
Okay, I can see your point. My problem is, yeah, I think The Flash is probably one of the best shows on television.
Yes.
I think they did a great job. For some reason, I got tired with the Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow has... for the story they were kind of leading up to, it almost seems like during the season they were almost kind of being repetitive in a way. Yeah, I can see where you get tired of that. And then to have it end the way that it did, it was kind of like, meh.
Yep.
It's like no big deal. You kind of knew that was coming, but yeah, they could have done better with that. I mean, I still like the show and everything, but it could have been a little better.
Yeah.
But Flash, oh my god. Oh, the one from 2 weeks ago, the one that Kevin Smith directed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was like an emotional roller coaster. That one is really good.
Yeah, there's an online thing going about the fact that they'd be in their best interest. They bring him back and do a few more.
Yep. It already sounds like Kevin's coming back next year for
Excellent.
Doing some directing. But
how
they ended the series, or not the series, the season.
Yep.
You know what's gonna come up. I mean, it's how the Flashpoint paradox started out in the comics. Yeah. So you know that's kind of what they're gonna do this season. Which brings up an interesting point. You know, okay, in the comics, instead of Wayne being the Batman, instead what happened on the night that the Waynes got killed was Bruce got killed instead, and Thomas went and became Batman instead, and his wife, Martha, became the Joker. Now, if they could incorporate that into this series, that would just totally be awesome. But I think what they're going to end up doing is probably, because they kind of referred back to this in, I think it was an episode of Legends of Tomorrow, where instead of Oliver Queen being Green Arrow, it was Robert Queen, his father.
Right.
And I think that's probably the way they're going to go with this season coming up.
Well, here's the flip side of that is they're in the same universe as the Arrow. So by doing this and making these changes, have they affected the Arrow television show? And if so, have they also now affected what's the other new one they had? The Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Has he just messed everything up?
Yeah, I would say technically, yes. But from the sounds of it, it's kind of going to be off on its own little storyline from what it sounds like. Although they're supposed to have crossovers, so I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Now that they have Supergirl coming to the CW.
Exactly. And you know what happens in Flashpoint is that 3 of the multi-universes have to be converged in order for things to be right again.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you can bring Supergirl into that same universe.
There you go.
So they've got a plan. If it's the plan that we're thinking about, who knows? But that sounds like the plan.
Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out.
But yeah, I'm glad that Supergirl's on, or coming up for CW.
Yeah.
And like I was telling someone else, it's more like, let's rename the channel to the DCW.
There you go.
Because it's like DC World. That's what the channel should be called.
There you go.
Like have a DC show on every single night of the week. And I mean,
that might be a little over, but there it is. I'm just saying.
Well, they've almost got that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, weekends don't count, but Monday, if they keep Supergirl on Mondays, okay, there's your Monday show. Tuesday is The Flash. Wednesday is Arrow. Thursday is Legends of Tomorrow. Maybe we can bring in someone for Friday too. Let's see, who else can we get? We could bring back Constantine. We could throw that on Fridays.
There you go. You could have Nightwing or some other offshoot character like that.
Yeah. Yeah, which reminds me, in the last few episodes of Arrow, we did lose a character.
Yes. So sad.
As if, if she's really totally dead, will remain to be seen, but...
Yeah, that show's managed to bring a few back every now and then, so...
Yeah. So we lost the Black Canary once, and now we're losing her again. 2 different Black Canaries, but...
If only there was a way to change the timeline to possibly prevent that.
Who would do that? Rip Hunter. Which, that was a shock to me at the end of Legends of Tomorrow. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I have not.
Ooh.
But I don't feel like if you want to spoil it, go ahead. I'm okay.
Okay, well, they kind of resolve, the storyline they were kind of working on there. The whole time Rip Hunter needed to take care of Vandal Savage because Vandal Savage ends up killing his wife and child. And while he is unsuccessful at preventing that from happening, they do end up supposedly killing Vandal Savage. So, And then as they're kind of going about their business to wherever else after that, they get stopped by someone who is from the Justice Society, as he says. And I got to go and rewatch it to see what name he says he is, to see if that coincides with anything from the known DC universe. But yeah, he specifically mentioned the Justice Society. I'm like, awesome! Because you got so many characters there. Actually, what they could do. Black Canary was actually from the Justice Society initially in the comics. So if they actually, pull some of that information, well, Kate Cassidy, there's your role. It's a different show, but... and then you can have a crossover, so there you go. But, yeah, we'll see what happens there. So, yeah, Legends of Tomorrow, it's been alright. I think about as good as Arrow.
Okay.
But Flash is like the bar.
Yeah.
That
Flash
is the
takes it
bar.
up a notch, yeah.
But a lot of people shit on Supergirl. But I'm like, I actually like that show.
I enjoyed it.
They do a good job on that show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they keep the same cast when they take everybody over. If everybody else wants to keep joining it. But at the very least, like I said, I like the gal who plays Supergirl. I think she does a great job. And
yes.
They can play on that, then great.
Yeah. When they initially announced the series and saying who they were going to get for Jimmy Olsen, I was like, oh, really? However, I think it's worked out pretty well. I can't complain about him. He's done a good job, to me
Yeah.
anyways. So.
Yeah, I think my only problem with him was I think some of the storylines were kind of dribble.
Yeah.
And, with how I'm talking with the supporting cast. And, I think that's some of these, season 1 jitters, if you want to call it, with. And I think they'll flesh that out even more with season 2, and it'll be a good show.
Was that flesh that out or flash that out?
Da, da, da.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to those crossovers. That should be awesome.
Yep. You are correct.
Yep. Hey, how about a Kenner Star Wars commercial?
Sure.
Nagamaru!
It's the Star Wars Creature Cantina that you put together. Action figures each sold separately. You can make them move on revolving discs with the action lever. You can even make them fall.
Gotcha, Hammerhead! Got him. I told you not to follow me, Greedo. You owe us money, Han Solo. You're not going to collect this time. Wow, what a weird place.
Kenner's new Star Wars Creature Cantina. Action figures sold separately.
I'm not sure where I'm at with those. I gotta go and check.
Are you working on one, you're collecting them, or you just want to see them?
Oh, I have the whole collection of them. So I'm playing them in chronological order, actually.
Oh, God.
I can't remember what's next, but some of those, it's like, oh my gosh, I remember them from when they were first, shown on TV. Like Saturday mornings were like, you're watching cartoons, commercials come on. Commercials were actually awesome during Saturday mornings because, they showed stuff like the Star Wars commercials. It's like, I have to get that. Millennium Falcon, Death Star, the one thing I wanted and never got. The Sandcrawler.
The Sandcrawler. Hey, but now you can go get yourself a Lego Sandcrawler and be just as cool.
Yeah, that's too spendy.
Well, considering all the money you saved on movies, I'm thinking you should just, buck up and go get one.
Yeah, well, we just bought a TV today. We bought a 43-inch Toshiba. And being we are not on any cable or satellite service anymore, I also bought a Roku stick for that TV.
Wow.
Actually, not for that TV. For one of our other TVs. We stuck the TV that we have downstairs in the basement, moved that to the bedroom, where it's like huge sitting on top of our dressers now. Because it's like a 42-inch. Because we had a 32-inch in there. And now the 32 is out in the kitchen area, so we'll see how that goes. But
Now you use like a projector in your set.
Yeah, I thought about that at one point, but yeah. Anyways, gosh, what else do we have here? I guess I don't have too much more on my list.
Really? Sure?
Yeah, unless you got something.
Nah, I just go by your list.
Let's see, what was I looking at last?
Do.
Yeah. There's just, I think we've covered the main portion of it.
Yay for us.
Yeah. So, I guess there we go. That will be Flamecast.
Yay!
It's alright. I guess that's it.
Thanks
So,
everyone for joining us on this wonderful Flamecast.
Yeah, if you guys have any comments and stuff, we do have comment sections on each individual page for each of the podcasts. So,
And if you want to make creative comments about Todd, go ahead. I will applaud you every step of the way.
or if you'd like to shower fan mail upon Travis, you're welcome to do that, and or shower comments in the comment section.
Yeah, there'd be a first time for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put one on there for you to start it out. How's that?
That's so nice and thoughtful of you, and I'll obviously reply to it with my heartfelt, sincere feelings.
Okay, then. I suppose I better be good, then.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah. All right, then. That's Flamecast, and I am Todd Pletz.
And this is Travis Buckmeyer.
And that's a wrap.